How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. I got my monthly comics in the mail. This is my new comics. Um, Last time I showed you what I was buying new, I had trouble opening the box and cutting out the plastic one-handed while holding the camera. So I took a viewer's advice, and I took everything out, but I didn't look at it yet. And I put these Cheval Noir comics on. These are old back issues. They came today too, and I just threw them on top before I got to look at them because I kind of want the reaction to be candid. So I might as well show these. I showcased the Cheval Noir comic because I really like the story. Searching for Pinocchio, in search of Pinocchio. So I'm trying to get the last couple of issues. They're getting harder to find. They're not too expensive. They're just hard to find. So here's a Cheval Noir 42. This is Cheval Noir 43. It means Black Horse, and of course that's Dark Horse Comics. This is anthology series of European creators. For those of you who don't know, this was in the early 90s. This is 44. This is 45. And this is 46. I think the last issue was 50, so I'm getting close. Okay, so now this is the beginning of new comics. So I caught a glimpse of this and I covered it really quick. So this is a Chibi Usagi, the Attack of the Heebie-Chibis. This is Stan Sakai, and I don't know if it's his daughter or his wife. I know his wife died. So the Rich World. Okay, but I get anything by Stan Sakai, and I love Usagi Yojimbo. So even though Chibis kind of freaked me out, I got this. Okay, and here's the Mighty Crusaders, the Shield, the Rob Liefeld cover. Rob Liefeld, believe it or not, I'm not a fan of Rob Liefeld, but let me clarify that. I'm not a fan of Rob Liefeld's art, but I do like Rob Liefeld. The guy has suffered from the slings of arrows. It was really fashionable to bash on him in the 90s, and I'm ashamed to admit that I kind of bashed on him too. I do think that his impact is undeniable, his influence is undeniable, and his talent is getting better and better. I think that Rob Liefeld got too big too fast. He didn't perfect his craft before he got super famous, and he was still young and a little immature. But people were really, really nasty to him, really, really mean to him, and he's taken it on the chin, and now he's been quiet, and now he's kind of coming back swinging, and I kind of enjoy it. So I bought this because I feel bad, and I take back everything I've ever said about the man. This art is just fine, competent superhero art. Okay, it looks like Usagi Yojimbo is done with the monthly series, and now it's just a series of mini-series, I guess. But this is different artwork. That's not his. This cover's by somebody else. It's kind of nice though. Jupiter's Legacy. I didn't watch the show yet, and I didn't read any of the Jupiter's Legacy comics. Believe it or not, I have them all, and I missed a few issues, so I gotta find out which issues I'm missing, and then I put them in the box. I have 9 boxes of stuff to read, so I kind of forgot about it until the show came out. So now I got to pull it out and read it because I'm avoiding spoilers, and so far I've been successful. Norse mythology. First off, I love Norse mythology. I love P. Craig Russell's art. Neil Gaiman, he writes some solid comic books, so how can you go wrong with this? I'm really enjoying this. I'm missing issue number 5 of the first series, so I can't read this yet because I got to read them in order, and it's killing me because it's so good. It is so good. Highly recommended. Oh, okay. Here's the Usagi Yojimbo regular series. Okay, so good. Like a little clarification, I go to discount comic book service, and I order like 3 months in advance. So by the time these boxes come of my monthly comic, I kind of forgot. Like when I use Kickstarters or crowdfunders or Indiegogo, I just purchase it, forget about it. I barely read the updates, which has caused a couple of problems when they wanted to clarify, and then I moved. And matter of fact, just today I had to go drive to my old apartment Luckily, the person who took my apartment's a nice guy and has been holding packages for me, but he's gonna get tired of it. But so I kind of just buy it and forget about it, and I like to get surprised. So I good to see that Usagi Yojimbo's monthly series is coming out. Lady Baltimore. I think every time I do a video, I have to talk about how I'm a huge Mignola Hellboy world fan. This just top notch. Just what I really like about it is it walks the line between like superheroes and supernatural. Really, really good, really good. Black Hammer. What can I possibly say? Black Hammer is awesome, and I'm really good that it seemed to be a mini series, but it caught on so good, and he's been Jeff Lemire, the writer, he's been continuing it. It's so good, so good. Okay, Hellboy. Even though the Hellboy regular series is over, Mike Mignola has been giving us stories. Hellboy was born in World War II and then died just recently in the comics. So there's a good 50, 60 years worth of history that he could. So this is what he does. So he kind of tells stories of the past. Geiger, I can't find issue number 1, so I have 2, 3, and 4, and I don't have number 1, so I haven't read it yet. But it is Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, so it's got to be good. I'm gambling that it's good. Usually by now I don't get any new issues until I read the old issues. Okay, Rick Grimes 2000. What is this? Skybound, celebrating 10 years of storytelling. Oh, I think this was I have no memory of ordering this. I guess I'm still an obsessive comic book freak. Okay. Oh, and here's the backing board. I get them all bagged and boarded, but I guess that was too big. This, in case you can't see, this is too thick for a regular bag and board, but I paid for the bag and board, so they sent it to me. And I have other size bags. Fight Girls. I always said I would delete these videos if anything embarrassing is in, but this is borderline. But Frank Cho, he draws the most beautiful women. So he's another just a wonderful artist. I don't know what this is about. I don't know anything other than it's Frank Cho. Just a phenomenal artist. Beast of Burden. This is rapidly becoming one of my favorite comics. This series is so good. It's these dogs are intelligent and spellcasters, and that they're in Japan during World War II battling evil yokai. Oh, it's just so good. Heartbreaking. I don't want to, but issue number 3 was tearjerker. Okay, Firepower. This is one of the comics from my early videos. This is Robert Kirkman, same guy who does The Walking Dead. This series is the first storyline is over, and this seems to be them rebuilding after the climactic 12th issue. So it seems to be a comic book tradition. They always have like a transition issue of just like character development, not a lot of action. But Robert Kirkman is pretty notorious for twists and turns. This is Serial. Terry Moore was I've been buying all his stuff since Strangers in Paradise number 1. This, it seems like he's pretty cool about he'll do a series, and then his next series will be about a minor character from the series before. So I don't want to say she was a minor character. She was actually one of the major characters, but now she's a little girl who's a serial killer. So this should be probably the darkest of all of his stories. I kind of have a love-hate thing with Terry Moore. I like his art. It's very I don't want to say simple, but it's unmessy, uncluttered, and it's directed to the point. Great storytelling, and I like I said, I have a love-hate. Post Americana. I read the first issue. I don't know why I ordered the 6th issue, because I didn't particularly like it. I don't know. The art is amazing. Steve Scrose's art is amazing. Dave Stewart's coloring is amazing, but not too happy with the story. So I have issue number 1, and now I have issue number 6, and I will not be filling in the gaps, which is a weird thing for me to do. Oh, here's Geiger number 3. So I have 1, 2. I have 2, 3, and 4. I'm missing. Oh, Black Hammer Visions. Yeah, they're really capitalizing on the Black Hammer. Ant. This is Eric Larson of the Savage Dragon. Big premiere issue. This is kind of goofy. I picked it up. It's number 1. 4 bucks. Jeez. You get like a 30% discount if you use a 30 to 50% discount if you use a discount comic book service. So it's really the only way you can afford comic books, if you ask me. Okay. Oh, Young Hellboy. Hellboy is a kid. Mike Mignola. Like I said, anything Hellboy. And speaking of more Mike Mignola, this is actually a big month of comics for me. Our Encounters with Evil. just so cool. Just so cool. It's like I mean, I just bought it because of Mike Mignola. I didn't even read what it's about, but just judging from the cover, it looks like Victorian monster hunters. Just so cool. I don't even know if it's in the Hellboy universe, but who knows? Who cares? It's this wonderful Hellboy art style. So there you go. That was my monthly comics. I'll do this once a month. I hope you don't mind that you didn't see me cutting the box open. I fumbled around and cutting the box and taking the plastics out. So I'll do this. You know, I'll get a backing board and just put it on top, and that'll keep the spontaneity alive. And I'm doing this video on my board game table. It's a little dusty right now because I put in air conditioner. I had to chop through the concrete wall and this concrete dust. So I'm going to clean that up. But first, my wife is taking me out to dinner. So see ya. Have a good weekend. And bye-bye.